Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Nur Azza binti Muhammad Fuzi and my matrix number is 193511, and with my partner Sarah Nada binti Muhammad Zaidi with a matrix number of 193628. So today I am going to do about our academic presentation. So let me start the discussion. Before I go deeper into the topic, let us all imagine how would you feel when our daughter or son suffering from illness when they grow up, stuck on the hospital's bed, wires all around their body, medicine day in and day out, all because of our mistake giving wrong food to them, food that has coloring inside it. So, we are here to talk about the negative effects of food coloring in order to prevent it from happening in the future. So first, this is the content. I'll talk about introduction and the main point 1, which is the unhealthy for children, and then my partner will talk about the main point 2, which is the causes of the allergies, and also she will conclude it. These are the negative effects of food coloring, which is the unhealthy for children and also causes allergies. Color is an important characteristic and selection criterion for choice. The natural and synthetic color of food has been extensively used to color foods, drugs, and cosmetics because of the low cost and high temporal power. Colored food additives have long been a part of our human culture, and the ancient Egyptian writing has mentioned the use of the food coloring, and the historians estimate that the food coloring emerged the quality of the food products. The total world coloring production is estimated to be 8 million tons per year. But however, although there are many, many of them has been related to the health problem, mainly in children. They are considered a very vulnerable group. Like what I said before, food coloring gives an impact to our health, especially to younger generation, as they are exposed to junk food more often than we adults does. So this is the first point. Daily consumption of foods that has been added synthetic food coloring affect the growth of the kid. As we all know, growing up is the most important phase in our life because our immune system, our bone formation, development of the brain, and development of internal organs occur during this time. So allow me to focus on the development of the internal organs. Based on an experiment conducted on the rat, the result shows that high concentration of colored food and long-time administration of colored fruit juice showed a significant increase in the serum creatinine and albumin compared to the control group. Other than that, high consumption of colored food also change the histological structure of the liver and kidney, and also decrease the liver GSH. Colored food also increase the number of white blood cells as a result of the response of the immune system to the inflammation. Food colorants such as amaranth, erythrocyan, and tetracycline had a toxic potential to human lymphocyte in vitro, and seems that they bind directly to DNA, which is not good. Tetracycline not only causes change in the hepatic structure, but also the effect become more risk at high doses because it can induce the oxidative stress by the formation of free radical. So similar to human, the development of internal organ also being affected by the food coloring inside our food, just like the rat does. Not only that, food coloring also affects the hyperactivity of those who had consumed it, especially children. A recent article that I read, written by Annie Martin, The Negative Effects of Food Coloring on the Behavior of Kids, says that it is a common misconception. When children become hyperactive after eating a piece of cake or some candies. Parents often think that the sugar is the one to be blamed, but no, the real culprit is food coloring. These are the dangers of the food dyes. New research suggests that the rainbow of artificial colors may have a bigger effect on the children's behavior. And the proof is the ADHD, or the attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So I believe most of us do not know what is ADHD. ADHD is a mental disorder that most often occurs in children. And the causes of ADHD is because of the brain starvation for nutrients, brain poisoning with toxin, psychological stress, genetic vulnerability, and some of it are because all of them. Ali Martin also discovered the link between food coloring and hyperactivity about 8 years ago when his eldest daughter, who is 4 years old during that time, was starting to show signs of ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It seemed that there was nothing that he could do to save his daughter. He did not want to resort to medication because his daughter is very young, so he doesn't want to bring her to the clinic. So he was desperate, but then he learned that artificial food coloring has been linked to the ADHD, hyperactivity, and other behavior problems. That is when he learned that the artificial food coloring was the cause of his daughter's ADHD, and he eliminated them from her diet. Now his daughter are living and sleeping well. So before I give the microphone to my partner, I would like to show you how many of the children has been affected with the ADHD. 6.1 million. 6.1 million is a large number. And among those 6.1 million is 388,000 young children ages between 2 to 5, 2.5 million school age ages 6 to 11, and 3.3 million adolescents ages 12 to 17. So, we do not want this thing to happen to our children. So, to give more further information about this topic, I will pass this microphone to my partner Sarah Nadia.
Hi and good morning. My name is Sarah Nadia with Metric Card 193625. So I'm here to continue our presentation for today. So have you ever noticed that your body didn't feel well after eating certain food? This is because you might have intolerance or allergy if you have a physical reaction after eating food that contains certain ingredients. Food intolerance means that your body doesn't break down the food properly, or in another word, you are sensitive to it. Some people are more sensitive to food dyes rather than other people. And even though food dyes reaction are pretty rare, but they still can occur. Food reaction can be mild or severe. During a mild reaction, you might notice flushing, headaches, itchy skin, swelling of the face or lips, and you can feel tightness in your chest that make you difficult to breathe, and fast heartbeat, tightness in your throat, and many other symptoms. Here I would like to give you some example of food dyes that may trigger your allergy reaction. First is, we have carmine, or we can call it as natural red 4. You can see that carmine is red in color. So carmine shows a variety of reactions, including facial swelling, rashes, and wheezing. Studies also stated that carmine might have a role in anaphylactic shock, which is a cause easily identified. Next, we have tetrazine, or we can call it as FDNC yellow #5. Tetrazine, people have reported that they have hives and swelling after eating food that contain tetrazine. Studies many years ago also suggested that tetrazine might trigger asthma attacks in some children. If you have this kind of allergic reaction, the primary way to manage your food allergy is to avoid consuming food that will cause you a problem. I advise you to carefully check the ingredient levels of the food product, and I think it is better if you learn the other name of the food that you have to avoid. For example, for FDNC yellow #5, also called as tetrazine, and also as before you can see carmine, we can also call it as natural red 4. The presence of the allergen supposedly must be stated in the labels of the food product. We have Food Allergy Labeling and Consumer Protection Act of 2004 in the United States mandates that manufacturers of every packaged food must state the common food allergens in their food product in simple and clear language so that the users can understand the word. If you notice, there are some food that stated something like may contain or might contain or some other indication that has potential allergen in the food product. These are what we call as precautionary statements that are stated by some manufacturers on the food product that they produce. Another thing that I want to advise you that if you are curious about what foods are safe for you to eat, I encourage you to see your allergies and talk about it. An allergen is easier said than done. While labeling has helped this process a bit easier, some foods are so common that avoiding them is daunting. For this case, we have many experts out there, like a dietitian or a nutritionist, that will able to help you. For sure, they will offer you some tips to avoid the foods that will trigger your allergies, and ensure even if you exclude some food in your diet, you still will be getting all the nutrients that you need. Otherwise, if you are busy or have no money to see those food experts, you can also find some special cookbooks and support groups that will provide you a lot of useful information. Many people out there with food allergies wonder whether their condition is permanent or not. So here I want to give you some information about it from my previous reading. Those who allergies with milk, eggs, wheat, and soy may disappear over time, but those who have allergies to peanuts, tree nuts, fish, and shellfish, I'm so sorry to say this, but they tend to be lifelong. There is no conclusive evidence that food dyes are dangerous to the most people. Nevertheless, they may cause allergic reaction and hyperactivity in sensitive children. However, most food dyes are found in unhealthy processed food that should be avoided anyway. Instead, focus on eating nutritious whole food that are naturally dye-free. So that's all from us today. Thank you.